How's Jeremy doing with the Bills losing?
Oh my God. That was like that whole day. He was telling us a week ahead of time. On
Don't
Sunday,
talk.
I
I'm
am
watching
going
the
to be
game.
watching the Bills game. Let me turn my light on. He's like, I'm watching the TV. You guys are not doing it, or whatever. So we're like, okay, whatever. So we're all home Sunday. And and the kids are like singing. Me and Julia are sitting beside Jeremy on the couch, blaring reels and watching them together.
Oh, you're so mean.
But I didn't realize we were doing that. And the Bills were losing, right? At this time. It was like not quite halftime.
Well, they kind of went back and forth a
bit. It did. It was a good game.
At this point, they were losing. And so he was mad. He was mad at all of us and mad at the Bills. And he's like, you know what? All I wanted to do today was watch the Bills game. And you three have to be so loud. You're sitting there with your phone blaring. And Kendall keeps calling the Bills the Buffaloes. She's like, are the Buffaloes winning? We're like, it's
Ouch.
The Bills. But she doesn't know.
And they're not.
And they're not. And he was so mad. He's like, the next time that you guys want to watch a musical, I'm going to talk all the way through it and blare my phone and da-da-da-da. He was so mad.
Okay. Well,
So
with that, let's get started.
I have a beer. Who else has one today?
I don't know. Sorry.
Cronenberg.
Oh,
Did
nice.
you find Moosehead?
Well, it's from the beer store.
Oh, okay.
You know, tax-free.
Tax-free still.
Oh,
All right.
You're going to have
This
to
is
stock up soon because it's
Doug
about
Ford.
to be over.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted to buy your votes. You knew it was coming. Oh, no, that was
yeah.
I know. Well, I
Both
can use my $200.
Federal,
with that in mind, this is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that's like having an early provincial election. Waste of time and money.
Yes,
Even though we're free, I still think we're a waste of money. So technically, it all kind of.
I don't think it's a waste of money.
It's kind of a waste of money. Anyway, we're Dave, Rachel, and Forman, and coming up, Rachel has some fun facts. I can't wait. Forman and Dave will do something that we could not do on the radio. That's right. Something we could never have done this on the radio. We're going to do that. But first,
it's even borderline ew to do on this podcast.
It really is.
Okay.
And you may want to eat first.
I know the general topic.
Okay.
I don't know what you're going to bring up, though.
That's right.
Just, if you thought you were done with best of 2024 lists, not
yet. Not yet.
Oh, my God. Okay.
All right, but first, I find this fascinating, and I don't know why, but according to a survey, nearly half of all people carry backup underwear with them.
Underpants?
Underpants. That's right. Nearly half of all people carry backup underpants.
The preferred terminology of said podcast.
That's right. In case they have an accident or because they plan to change clothes, like if they've gone to the gym or something.
Oh, okay.
Nearly half.
It's a lot of people.
They just carry it like every day?
I've never carried a backup pair of underwear with me anywhere, and I don't know that I've ever needed it.
Well, if I've gone to the gym, I have, but that's it. Like, I don't keep a spare pair.
Why
in my
do you
purse.
need a backup when you go to the gym?
Well, if I'm
What happened to the other ones?
I'm wearing them, but they're sweaty, right? So I you shower, and then you might, if I'm going somewhere else. If I'm just going home, then I'll just go home and shower.
Okay.
But if I have to shower at the gym.
So you don't generally, Forman, have you ever carried at any point in your life an extra pair of underwear?
No, because I have a whole other change of clothes and there's underwear with them, I feel like is a different topic because if you're going to change, then you have to completely change.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean that I have two pairs in that change of clothes.
No.
To have an extra. No, I've never just had underpants.
No
just
underpants.
in case.
Well, if I'm packing, like to go away, like we're going away soon, I pack extra underwear. I don't know why I do. I pack so much underwear when I go on vacation.
Excuse me, Rachel.
What?
Underpants.
Sorry. I pack so many underpants when I am going on vacation.
It just sounds so much better that way.
It's better than panties, which I fucking hate. I hate it when people call them. I think it's gross. Panties is up there with moist. I'm just saying. Anyway, so my underpants.
I need my, oh my God.
Please tell us about your underpants.
Yeah, I pack so many when I'm going away.
Why?
It's like, I don't know why. I don't know why I do it. It's like I'm planning to shit myself every day.
You never know what the buffalo will bring.
The buffalo over. As if it's like a regular occurrence.
Yeah. Like there has to be.
But I don't know why. Like even Kendall's packing now to go. We're going to Mexico soon. And she's like, Mom, how many pairs of underwear do I need? And I was like, and I said 9 because I'm like, just pack a couple extra just in case, right?
Well,
like we're there for a week.
If you're a kid, I can understand that.
Well, she doesn't poop herself either. She does. And
no,
neither
I
do
get that.
frankly,
I get that. But again,
I pack so many as if I do.
I get that. But a full-grown adult saying, yeah, 9 or 10 would be good for.
Yeah.
How long are you going? 10 days?
A week. No, 7 days. Like, yeah, 7 or 8
bring them
days,
all.
Whatever.
Yeah, take your whole drawer, dump it in the bag.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Forman. If you were going away for over 7 days,
yeah,
do you have enough underpants in your drawer right now to cover that?
7 just, I would say.
Oh,
like
God.
it's the good ones or the bad ones because
that's
there's a hierarchy.
I think I could.
Right.
I think I could cover maybe
the new
10
ones
days.
that you got at Christmas or the holy ones that you
obviously, yeah.
Yeah, maybe 10 days I could get Forman right now if I maybe 10 days.
Yeah.
But 3 out of those 10 days would be threadbare.
Yeah, the sucky ones. Yes.
Really?
So how many?
Do you guys not have like?
How many?
I have like 100 pairs of underwear.
Underpants.
Pants. Underpants.
Okay. Panties.
How?
No,
and why?
I don't know. I just buy underwear.
Pants.
Here's the difference. Women buy their own underwear and men don't. You have to wait for someone to consider that you might need some.
Well,
and then buy it for you.
Do yours not get holes in them? Because that's what happens to ours.
Sometimes, but not.
They get holy and tattered. We keep wearing them.
If you have 100, Foreman, if you have 100 underpants in your, I don't know where you put them. Do you hang them in your walk-in underpant closet?
They have a lot more fabric. Your underpant closet. I have like a drawer, and I put them all. I just stuff them in there. You know.
So taking double the amount to Mexico or whatever is nothing. That's nothing to you.
No.
I don't even know why you count. Just like grab a fistful and chuck them in.
Just throw them in.
Well, I need to make sure I have some, right? I need to make sure I have enough for that, like minimum.
But
right?
of all things and all trips and reasons to require more underpants, that is at the bottom of the list because when you go away down south, like to Mexico, like you are, I might bring 7 pairs for 7 days and end up wearing 3 because you're wearing a bathing suit all the time.
Yes.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Constantly.
I do take too many clothes when I'm done because I'm usually in my bathing suits or cover-ups or whatever, and then like a dress for dinner, right? So I'm not really wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
No.
Unless it's for breakfast. But yeah, underwear I pack like I'm gonna poop every day in my pants.
So you have double the amount of underwear, and how often have you used more than 7 underpants?
Probably never. I don't think.
I
just like to have extra, right? It's better to have.
It's sort of like
when you throw a party, you want to have more. Too much food, not enough, right? You want to have more rather than less.
But is there a party in your underpants?
Yeah,
that's a bad example.
But this goes back to how full your freezer is. It's because you're afraid to run out of food. I think you're afraid to run out of underpants.
I am. I don't want to be without underwear.
No.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
Well, no one does.
No. Right.
Well,
underpants.
maybe. I don't. I can't.
Some people
I don't think you can equivocally say no one.
That's true.
I think most people don't.
Well,
but
listen, if you do go without, you have a lot more room in your suitcase. Because you're not packing 14 pairs.
I think we're done.
Well, I was going to say, you know what I do with that extra room?
What?
And I don't know why. I just bring too many socks.
Why are you wearing
Which again,
socks
I will never wear.
You don't wear.
I'm barefoot the whole time.
Yes, or sandals. You're wearing sandals.
But I've got 10 pairs in case.
That's next episode.
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that saw its shadow So 6 more weeks of lousy podcasts. Sorry,
Or more.
Can't.
Extra long
Can't do
episodes.
anything about that.
I realized that, by the way, for the last several weeks, we've been talking about, Chili Charlie is going to make his prediction at the Southgate Center in Woodstock.
Chili Charlie.
It's a guy
Who
in
is that?
in a suit.
Oh.
It's not even a groundhog.
No. It's no beaver
that's
either.
like
We had
when
a
we had you-
beaver. At least we had you dressed as a beaver.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's how you do
That's
it.
because we couldn't
That's
get a groundhog.
Canadian. You
We
get
asked for a groundhog costume, and they're like, "We have
couldn't
a
find
beaver."
one. So we dressed you as a beaver.
Yeah.
And that is as Canadian as you can get.
After
Agreed.
Tim Hortons.
Yes, that's the Tim Hortons, yeah.
And that's as Canadian as you can get. Okay, so we're about to do a little thing here. Forman and I are jointly going to do this thing. This is something Forman sent me. Forman sends me a lot of headlines. Forman sends me funny things a lot. Forman and I have sorry, Rachel, a separate message. He sends, but he's sending me headlines.
It's just headlines.
It's mostly headlines, but occasionally
Okay.
he'll send me something else. And he sent me something, and I went, well, this is funny, but I know I can't. And then I went, wait a minute. Wait just 1 second. I used to be able to go, I used to say, well, it's very funny, and thank you for sending it, but I can't do it on the radio.
Yes. Which I would know.
Yes, and you would know that.
He's
Just
just
for our
sharing
own
it for
amusement.
fun.
And I'm sure he just sent this for my own amusement, but then it occurred to me, wait a minute. I'm not on the radio anymore. I have a podcast that, is going to give you 6 more lousy ones because of the shadow.
And I can do whatever the hell I want.
And I can do whatever the hell I want. So, and then Forman's going to give you, so I'm going to give you what Forman gave me, and then Forman's going to counter that with the exact opposite.
Okay.
Sort of.
I kind of
maybe
know
the
what's
yin
coming
and
up.
the yang. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes. It's because each year the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission
That's right.
compiles data from the nation's
Emergency rooms.
to share with you.
And it shares it with the world. So Forman actually sent this to me at the beginning of January, and I laughed at it because it's pretty
Fucking
funny.
bonkers.
It's crazy. So anyway,
All right.
this is from Forman, and then Forman will give you the counter to this.
Okay.
This is the data from the data that they sent to from emergency rooms. They gleaned this list of things medical professionals had to pull out of the penises of patients.
What?
Last year, 2024.
Would
you
you-
know, sometimes
What
you would get
can go up there?
Hang on a second.
You're about to find out.
Don't you?
What?
Have you never seen the list?
This is not buttholes. It's penises?
Haven't you seen the list? Like sometimes you will see the list at the end of the year or whatever of things left in an Uber, and cell phones, this, that, underpants. Usually a pair.
That was my bad, guys.
Yeah,
Good thing I had
dentures.
12
yeah,
extra.
dentures, and we all howl.
Sure.
Oh, isn't that funny?
Right.
No. These are things medical professionals had to pull out of penises.
Okay.
The penises of patients.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Do you have music for this?
Would you
Forman?
like some medical professional
penis
pulling
music? Yes, penis pulling music, please. And we
I
could
know how
never
uncomfortable
have-
this is to listen to. I get it.
I know that
Oh
this.
my gosh,
you may
okay.
want to not listen, and I get it. It's fine, but I think this is like something that you can't not listen to or look away
Yeah.
from. Anyway,
Give it a chance.
okay, here we go. Top 10. These aren't the top 10, just some things.
Okay.
Pulled out of penis. An AirPod. Just one?
Far too big.
That's not how you.
You're
It's
not fitting 2 up there.
You-
You
well,
barely
it's
get
not-
one, I could think.
It's not going to be stereo if you do that.
I don't
think.
have one, but I don't
don't-
think much goes up there.
I don't think it's going to be in stereo.
Oh my God.
A pen cap.
Oh. Ooh, that's sharp.
Ouch. Yeah.
Why are you saying ouch?
I don't know. It seems like it would hurt.
Well, it probably would.
Yeah. Why
a
are
coffee,
you doing?
A coffee stirrer.
Oh, That's also
Yeah, that would really hurt.
Ooh.
A screw.
Ew. Oh my god. This is uncomfortable.
We're not done yet. A paper clip.
Oh my God.
Like unfolded, but still sharp.
Don't ask.
I think it would be better unfold.
Yeah, that might
Personally.
be the size of a catheter or something.
How about this? A 4-inch metal tube. Ouch.
Oh my god.
Someone took a piece of plastic-coated paper from a milk container, rolled it tightly,
Oh my
wrapped
god.
it with tape the size greater than a crayon, and inserted it as far as it would go.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh, darn it.
I'm starting to regret doing this.
Yes, this seems very painful.
The handle of
Who
a
are these
plastic
idiots?
spoon. I'll go through it faster.
handle.
The handle of a plastic spoon. A plastic fork.
Oh.
Oh my.
God.
Glue.
Oh.
Glue?
Ah.
That's a very bad idea.
That's really a bad idea. A rolled up magazine page.
Oh my
The
God.
ring from a Powerade bottle.
What?
A domino.
Oh.
A whole domino? What the actual fuck?
A phone charging cable. And lastly, things that, in case you just joined us, but that's not how it works on a podcast. Things medical professionals pulled out of penises last year.
Oh my god.
A thermometer.
Oh.
Oh.
Actually, that's probably the least.
That makes the most sense out of all of them. But
That
it's
was
supposed
designed
to
to glide in.
go in,
Yeah.
supposed to go in your butt. Yeah. That's how
Is
they
it?
take.
Is
yeah.
it, Rachel? Thank
Yeah.
you for that.
Well,
Okay.
would you like to hear
some of them.
things pulled out of other orifices
Oh my
nether
god.
regions?
that a
like-
woman might have?
Oh god. Well, I could
Yes.
see this one being more. Sure, I can understand. There are things that do go in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but in a
Are there?
there
Yeah.
are not things. That
How
should
many
Be,
How many
Yes.
things
Like
would you?
one
can you
kind of-
count on your hand?
well, like one thing, one thing, maybe
Should
two.
any of those things be
Maybe one that's real and one that's fake. Perhaps if you have that.
a plastic triceratops,
Oh, come on.
A dinosaur toy?
a toy fire truck,
Oh my god.
Whoa.
a spork,
A spork.
Ooh, that would hurt.
a bar of
The
soap,
toy fire truck wouldn't hurt?
Well, that would. Yeah, it would. I think it would hurt
Hell.
too. A boat.
bar
what
of
is it?
soap.
Oh, a bar of soap. You don't need to do that.
Deodorant,
No, you don't need to.
Deodorant. What the
a
hell?
perfume bottle,
Oh my god.
a pencil.
Listen, can I ask you something, Rachel? Is there some sort of vacuum quality to?
I don't think so.
Well,
Not
because it
mine.
sounds like some of these things belong
think it just
near
goes like this?
belong near there, but have been sucked in.
No, you'd have to put it in there. You'd have to try pretty hard.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How about two pencils?
Yep.
No, that shouldn't be there.
How about a pencil but sideways?
No.
Oh my god.
A curling iron,
No.
a dry erase marker,
No. No.
a bag of soil.
what?
I don't know. Keys,
A what?
Keys.
Keys.
a candle, a climbing peg,
What's a
a
climbing
finger
peg?
puppet.
A finger puppet. Okay, well, I
and
I
finally-
think I know how that got there.
Yeah, maybe. Wow.
And finally, and I quote, was roughhousing with her husband who lifted her up and accidentally dropped her on a hot dog cooker.
Okay. No, he didn't. That's not on a hot dog.
Oh my god.
How do you? How many homes have hot dogs that are? Never mind.
Sticking straight up, ready to
I think we're done.
be available.
Yeah. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand. We are Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This is the podcast that's, like the Super Bowl, because sometimes the ads are better than the podcast. /game. You know, sometimes.
Sure. Like our
sometimes.
sponsors.
We don't have a
Thank
whole
you.
lot of them today, so nothing to compare it to. But
if you would
anyway.
like to sponsor us, you can. You can go to underwhelming.ca because your content's better than ours.
That's right.
Underwhelming.ca. We've got sponsorship info on there. You can
Perfect.
email us, daverachelforman@gmail.com anytime. We've got pricing starting at $75 an episode.
Come see us.
Come see us.
Yeah, whatever you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
All right, well,
and if you can't do that, buy us a coffee.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yes.
Underwhelming.ca also. Everything's there. That's why we created a website, everybody, so it's all in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
And
By
thank
the
you
way, I
to
have a new
John
blog.
and Jan who did just buy us a coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, did they? Well,
That's
thank
very
you
nice.
very much.
Thank you, John and Jan.
Thank you
I
very
think I know
much.
them. I might know them.
I think you
Yes.
might know them too.
I might-
Noted,
Anyway.
John. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, here's what you can note. Rachel's fun facts.
I really do think those are fun facts. Rachel?
Yes, you can note some of these facts. I've collected a bunch. I think the last time I did this was actually at our live show, maybe.
Okay.
I think
Can
so.
we vote on whether they're fun or not? I don't have my.
Well, you guys always vote anyway.
We had a paddle that was red or green. But
Oh.
you actually
I
made
have
for
them.
us.
I made them. Yeah, I made them.
With your
My whole
kids?
family
Yeah.
made them.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I have
These
those
are
outside my
actual
room here.
facts. Not necessarily always fun. Is that correct?
Well,
how we would describe this
they're
segment
fun.
of the
They're
show?
interesting. They're funny, maybe.
Usually factual, occasionally fun.
Occasionally
They're always
fun.
factual. They're always factual. For
Okay.
sure.
That's
All right.
not what the guy
sure.
says.
Okay, here we go. I don't know if you've heard of this word before, a hurkle-durkle. A hurkle-durkle. That's a Scottish word, and it means to lie in bed long after it's time to be up and about. Just gonna hurkle-durkle here a little longer. Hurkle-durkle in my bed.
Well, I enjoy doing that, but I will never call it that.
No, I don't think I'll ever call it that either.
All right. Okay.
It sounds like a hurkle-durkle should be a little bit more exciting than just lying in your bed.
Yeah,
Maybe you're hurkle-durkle.
Hurkly-durkly. Just have a hurkle-durkle here in my bed, just to lie.
If you have
Lie
someone
down.
to hurkle-durkle with, now you've got something.
Sure, I guess so.
Well, I've got this triceratops.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
stop it. Stop it. Stop
My first thought was those people didn't have someone to hurkle-durkle with.
Yeah,
but
apparently.
Okay. People with sensitive noses can actually smell when it's about to rain. Atmospheric chemicals begin to react with one another, creating ozone, which has a sweet and pungent smell. So
I
some
know
people
that.
could. Oh, does
I
that
do,
happen
yes.
to
I don't know that it's sweet, and I just
you? You can smell. You think,
You
oh, it
can-
smells
well,
like
I
it's going to
can-
rain.
I can tell when it's rained, but that's not like if
Isn't
the-
that your
if the-
hip, though?
Well, that's right.
I can smell
Usually
after
I
it's
can-
rained. It
I
smells
can-
like rain, right? Everybody knows what that
Yeah,
smells
but
like.
even if after it's dry, I can tell that it did. Like if you get up in the morning and it's, if I
Yeah.
go outside, I'll go, oh yeah. But sometimes I believe that I can, yeah.
This is smelling it ahead of time, before it rains.
I wouldn't say that I can tell
I
that
don't
it's
think I can.
about to rain. No, but I can. I have a. Maybe I'm just because I
Just by
always
your
felt
nose.
like a good rainfall smelled like worms.
Yes, I agree.
It sure can.
Yeah.
So
And
maybe
they're
I'm
all out.
confusing. That's a different fun fact.
The after
A
rain.
good
from the
rainfall
before rain.
smells like rain. Fun fact.
Like worms?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did you know that dogs sneeze to tell each other that they're friendly? So when they're playing rough, it doesn't turn into a fight. It's also known as a calming signal. I don't know if I really believe that because Roxy sneezes a lot and she hates Jeremy.
You said
So I
these
don't
were
know.
always factual. You did say you
they're
prefaced
supposed
this
to
by
be.
saying.
I think my dog's maybe just the exception to every single rule. But she just goes, she does that a lot.
Is that a sneeze or is that
Yeah.
a snort?
Well, it's kind of a huff sneeze.
A huff.
It's a bit of a huff.
I don't think that's
guess
a
she
sneeze.
huffs
A
at him.
huff. She's huffing.
She huffs
That's
at
a
him
sneeze.
for sure.
I know I've seen dogs sneeze, but I don't know that I've ever seen dogs sneeze around one another. Not that I'm aware.
No.
of.
And
Okay.
usually it's when they get slobber everywhere.
Good point.
Okay, this one is definitely true for me. For people with math anxiety, math problems trigger a similar brain response as physical pain. Yeah.
That's really checking off the fun box.
Is it ever?
Okay. Sorry. Okay, how about this one then? Did you know that your lips touch when you say the word separate, but they don't touch when you say the word together? No, I know
That's
you.
not
I
a
know
fun
you're
fact.
all trying that now.
That's not even a fun fact. That's some doofus going.
That's
you know
a
what?
fact.
You know, can you do this and stomp your foot at the same?
That's true.
Come on.
It's like
That's
if I
not
say
a
to
fact.
you, here's
It's
what my kids always
nothing.
say to me. I want you guys to try this now. Try and say Coca-Cola without your lips touching.
Coca-Cola.
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 Now say it normally.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
I don't. They don't.
Your
touch
lips
at all.
don't touch anyway. That's what my kids do to me. They do.
Oh, we fell for
It's
it.
a-
God,
yeah,
I feel
it's-
like an idiot.
Ah ha ha. Anyway, I know you're all trying it now. Okay, speaking of smart people like me, Albert Einstein was offered the presidency of Israel in 1952, but he politely declined, stating that he lacked the natural aptitude and experience to deal with people.
Okay.
Some other presidents maybe should have declined also,
How the world would have been so different had he.
had he been the
Taking that
president,
job.
right?
Yeah,
okay.
that's really.
No, you didn't like that one?
well,
That's fascinating, isn't it?
No, I'm
not
sure it's a
fun.
fact. It's certainly not fun. It's not even. It's the opposite of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about this one then?
It
Here's
would have
another
been
one
fun
about-
if we were living in a world where he did take the job to look back and imagine he didn't.
Yeah, exactly. That would have
I don't
been
know.
fun.
Okay. I don't. Okay. All right. Also about presidents, I guess. A kleptocrat. That's a noun. That's a word that I hadn't heard of before. Kleptocrat. That means a ruler who uses political power to enrich themselves at a country's expense. Just thought maybe that. Just throw that one in there
All
lately.
right, all right.
That sound
All right.
familiar?
Yeah,
Okay.
might be.
I feel like there's a reason you included that, but let's move on.
All right, last one. Maybe this one you'll like. I don't know. An estimated 0.7% of the world's population is drunk at any given moment.
That's it?
Right now.
That's it? That's all?
0.7?
What is wrong? That's funny, guys.
How is that funny?
Like at this moment, there's 0.7% of the world's population is drunk.
It's only funny if I can see what they're doing.
Okay, fine. I'm going to have my beer over here then.
0.8%. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand. It's a podcast. It's Dave, Rachel, and Forman. And be sure to check out our website, underwhelming.ca. Read Rachel's blog on playing hockey. It's very, very well written. It's really
you.
good, Rachel. I like it.
Thanks.
You're going to give us an update
Forman, have
soon
you
on
checked that out yet?
Not yet.
Forman. Anyway, Rachel will give us an update maybe on a future podcast on how the hockey playing is going. Okay.
Yeah, we had a week or two. We had a week off, and then we have a kind of a random schedule. So I'll have an update for you next episode.
So when is the next practice that we won't be attending, but we just would like to know a specific date and time and place.
I think it's on. Well, the next one I will be at is, I think, Valentine's Day.
Really?
Wow. I can't think
So
of a
if you
better
would
place
like
to be,
to
Dave. I don't know about you.
I'd like to go. That might
Leave
be
your lovers.
You want it to be a
and
date?
join me
Forman?
at the
We can-
arena.
Yeah. Forman and I are going on a bro date.
Okay.
Time
I'm
for
not
another
sure
one.
if Ashley and Jana will be thrilled or just
I don't
glad
think
you're
they'll
gone.
care. I don't think they'll care.
Nope.
I'm not sure they will
really
either.
don't. I don't think they'll care.
Okay.
Anyway, if you would like to sponsor this fine podcast, as we said before, you can go to our website. You can email us, daverachelforman@gmail.com, or let us know anywhere on social media. And don't forget, you can buy us a coffee anytime you want.
Yes, underwhelming.ca or buymeacoffee.com/underwhelming. Coffees are $5 each, so
Okay.
Yeah. You
We
can
would love
leave
it
us
if
a
you-
voicemail at underwhelming.ca as well.
yes.
Yeah, and this is the point in the podcast where we check to see who's written to us. So what do we got?
Well, Stephanie would like to comment about Rachel's hockey,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
saying pizza is legit.
What does that mean?
Yes.
Gosh.
Oh, the
Well,
pizza stop.
Pizza stop.
Well, you're wrong, Stephanie, but she says
No,
when,
that's a thing.
when my husband was attempting to teach me how to ski pizza was how I got down the hill.
Yeah.
No, it's snow plowing. What is wrong with you guys?
No.
It's not.
Yeah, I was
pizza.
taught. I wasn't taught pizza. I was taught the snowplow.
It's a
Pizza, it's a
snowplow.
triangle.
yeah,
well-
but it's a snowplow.
You're
I guess
plowing.
on the ice I'm making snow, but I'm not plowing it on the ice. Somebody, Ainsley, also messaged us and said, Rachel is right. Pizza stop is used for the littles in skiing and skating. That way
Ainsley
they get
is
the
wrong.
idea. She's not wrong.
For
and
the
someone
littles?
else told me.
For the
that-
littles? Are
kids.
you a little?
Well, I'm a newbie, so I might as well be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Also, Erica Vincent, our realtor friend, also says that her kids learn pizza stop in their can skate lessons.
Okay. It's
Just
snowplow.
saying, guys.
It's not. It's
Snowplow.
snowplowing.
It's
Pizza.
snowplow.
Pizza.
Pizza. Stop.
Okay. I have a message from Lindsay DeVost. DeVost? I can't remember. I'm
We
sorry,
still
Lindsay.
haven't nailed that down, Lindsay.
Haven't
Please
nailed it
correct
down.
us.
Yeah, tell
Yes.
us if it's DeVost or DeVost.
us
Lindsay
know.
is somebody who listened to Forman out in Halifax, so we're super
Yes.
happy to have
Oh,
all of our
gosh.
maritime listeners with us.
Thank you.
She
Yeah.
says, "Hi guys, happy New Year! I just finished because this was, I guess it's the first time we've talked to you. I just finished listening to episode 109. Good for you, Rachel, for trying hockey. Keep up the hard work. Happy birthday, Dave!
Oh, thank you.
January 21st. Oh, and for you, Forman, a couple things. If you go to Costco, you will know whether they have your moose heads or not, but you're not going to go to Costco.
Nope.
But guess what? I know where you could get moose heads, beer all the time, if you moved back to Halifax, and you'd have it whenever you want.
I know. Because there's a drive-through Moosehead store in Dartmouth that I
Is
would
there?
frequent
Dartmouth.
coming home
Whoa.
from the radio station in Dartmouth, past the Moosehead store, and then on across the bridge over to Timberley.
I gotta learn how to say dirt.
Dartmouth.
Dartmouth.
I didn't
Not
know there was
Dartmouth.
a drive-through
Dartmouth.
Moosehead store. That's
Oh, yeah.
interesting.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
When
yeah.
my buddies came to visit a couple times, actually, Aaron and Ian,
Yeah.
Aaron had to go to the Moosehead store because not only is it full of all their merchandise, a lot of types of drinks that you can't get here, but also it's the merchandise, it's the clothing, it's the hats, it's the beer kegs, it's the anything and everything Moosehead that he
Moosehead.
bought a lot of.
Oh, that's
Moosehead.
cool.
Moosehead. There you go.
That's
All
neat.
right.
All right. And I have a couple things from Jan and John, who bought us coffees, but also said happy birthday to Dave.
Oh,
For our last episode.
my
Because
friend
the
said happy
episode,
birthday.
Yeah, came out on the day of your birthday. Then everybody knew, right?
Okay.
yes.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Thank
Happy birthday to Dave. All right, if you have a message, you want to send us a message, hey, you can send us a voice note because we really like to get those. We can put them right in the podcast. You can go to our website, underwhelming.ca. There's a voice note feature on there. So you just record it right on your phone. It sends it right to us, and then we can have your voice. You can be part of our podcast.
And who wouldn't want that?
And who doesn't want that? Really? That'd be awesome.
Okay.
Hey, didn't we get, before we go, didn't we get a message from Jen and Johnny Keenan?
Yes, we did, because they were our sponsors last time.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Which
And
I
Jen
can't
says-
seem to look
Oh, I have it
good,
here.
you have it. Good.
Jen said this was Keenan and Keenan Handyman Services.
Yes.
If you're looking for
Oh, yeah.
handymans, Johnny's your guy. They're licensed, they're insured, they do all kinds of stuff.
Anything and
Anyway,
everything.
anything and everything. And Jen is the she cracks the whip. So she says, thank you so much for a fabulous episode. I also wanted to let Dave know, if he does need handy stuff done around the house, having Johnny move in is not the way to accomplish that. Ask me how I know. We appreciate you. Keep at it because your podcasts are the highlight of my week. Thank you, Jen.
I like that.